Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new in here, you are welcome, and I hope everybody is doing good. So in today's video, I'll be preparing jollof rice, Ghana jollof rice. So the ingredients I'll be using in this video or in this recipe are, so I have here my red onions. With these red onions, your jollof tastes very good. I also have here my bay leaves, my chili powder, habanero pepper, thyme. I have here my thyme, Maggi cube, chicken cube, and garlic and ginger. So here I have dried rosemaries. I'll also be using one large paprika as well. I'll be using jollof rice seasoning. My vegetable oil, it is looking like this because I use this oil to fry my chicken. A.Roubamat, tomato paste, egg. I'll be using nutmeg, my cumin powder, my coriander powder, and my curry powder. Salt to taste, and I'll be using tomatoes in the can. You can use fresh tomatoes also as well. Here is my chicken, which I've already seasoned and fried it. I prepared this one yesterday, so I'll be using it today for my jollof rice. So, and next, the rice I'll be using is basmati. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, I'll be pouring my cooking oil into the pan. Normally when you are only making jollof rice stew, only a stew for jollof rice, you will not need so much oil, but I always want an extra sauce on my jollof rice. That is why I am making so much sauce, and after that I'll divide it into two and use the half for my jollof rice. So now I'm putting in my onion. So I'll be stirring the onions for about 2 minutes before I'll add the next ingredients, which is my tomato paste. I always like using red onions for my jollof rice because I think it tastes better, but you can use any onion of your choice, either the white one or the red onions. The choice is yours. Now I'll be adding in my tomato paste, and I'll be putting the whole small can of the tomato paste, which I showed you guys earlier. So I'll be stirring this also for about 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes, and cook it very well. Next, I'll be adding in my blended ingredients, which is the tomatoes, and I added in some ginger and garlic, and also my Scotch bonnet pepper. So I had to blend the ingredients 2 times because I broke my other blender. So now I'm adding my red onions and my paprika, which I blended together. So I'm adding it into the stew. I'll put in my bay leaves and some Maggi cube. So for the moment, I'm using 1 Maggi cube and half chicken cube because I'll be using chicken stock. So you have to be very careful. In the chicken stock, you have salt in it. So now I'll be putting my dry thyme and also my dry rosemaries. Next, I'll be adding in my chili pepper. Give it a good stir and let it cook on a medium to high heat. Cover it and be stirring it very often because stew can burn very easily. So be stirring it from time to time. After some minutes, I'll be adding in the rest of the spices, which is my cumin, curry, and coriander powder. So after 10 minutes, this is how my stew is looking like, almost done. So I'll be adding an extra Scotch bonnet pepper on top of the stew because the kids don't eat pepper like I always say. So I always throw in some Scotch bonnet pepper on top of the stew so that whenever I want to eat my rice or something like that, I can mash an extra pepper into my rice. So now I'm adding in my chicken stock. So now I'll cover it and let my stew cook for an extra 10 minutes, but I'll be stirring it from time to time. So lovely people, my stew is cooked, and as you guys can see, this is looking delicious. You can also enjoy it with your jollof rice or maybe with your white rice. So I divided my stew into two. As you guys can see, I have less oil on top of the stew I'm using for my jollof rice. Like I said earlier, for jollof rice you will not be needing too much oil. So this is the amount of oil I will be needing for my jollof rice. Otherwise your jollof rice will be so oily. So I added in my basmati rice. I didn't wash my rice this time because this rice I'm using is perfume rice. It's flavor rice, so that is why I didn't wash my rice, because I don't want to lose the rice flavor. That is why I didn't wash it. So I added in my water and now I'm stirring it very good. So next I'll be adding my jollof rice seasoning, and after that I'll add in my A.Roubamat knoll seasoning, and I'll add just a little bit of salt because the ingredients I'm adding now, they all have salt in it, so you have to very careful with adding an extra salt. So after 5 minutes, I will now stir my jollof rice so that it won't get burned. So as you guys can see, my water has absorbed a bit, so I will be covering it with a foil. So you can either use your kitchen towel to cover it, the choice is yours, so that your jollof rice can cook very well. After covering my rice, I will set my fire on a medium heat so that my jollof rice can cook slowly for about 15 minutes. So now it is 15 minutes and I'll be stirring my jollof rice to see how far it is, so that I can cover it again for it to cook for another 10 minutes. So if you want a mushy jollof rice, you can add in a little water. Ta-da! Our jollof rice is ready. So this is how my jollof rice is looking. This is looking amazing. It tastes amazing. I hope you guys will try this recipe out with the red onions and also with red paprika. It tastes better, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. So this is my final result, ready to chop. Oh yes. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Have a nice day.